Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto here and I am sharing my April plan with you today. If you have not been around this year, I am doing a very consistent theme from month to month, and that is getting rid of my washi tape, and every single month is a different color of washi tape. So in April we are doing green, and that was selected by doing a random color wheel generator, and it selected green for April. So I'm really excited about that because green means life, and it is spring. It is springing again here in North America. So it is starting to feel like life is creeping back into the picture. And so this will be perfect for when all the trees are starting to get their leaves back and everything like that. So green is going to be perfect for this month. I'm really glad that it was randomly chosen. I don't have the footage of that because my computer broke. So, but trust me, all of my themes, all the colors are randomly chosen. But before we move forward, let's go ahead and take a look back at March and how things are going so far. I am filming this on the 14th, so that's why it's a little barren in some of the areas, but you can see how my exercise log is going, my tasks. I have yet to fill out my projects, my habits, and my reading, and then a few weeklies, well, a few dailies as well. I haven't been doing weekly pages, I've just been doing dailies, and those have been working really, really well for me. So let's go ahead and get on into it. We are doing the monthly calendar first. Of course, you saw in my last setup, all of my setups are going to be exactly the same. The calendar that I'm using here is 7x7 with a space in between each column. When I was using weeklies before, I noticed that I would really just put events and things like that on my weeklies, and then I would do dailies from there. So it's really been working out to have this as essentially my weekly. Every Monday I go in, I look at what all my events are for the week, and I fill it in. Some of them I've pre-filled in because I know that there's not going to be any changes. My work calendar, I do typically wait until the week of because a lot of my meetings move around, and I don't want to deal with correcting a whole month's worth of things. I would rather just, deal with it a week at a time. So that has been working out really, really well for me. So I am following what I have done in my previous videos, where I do an offset and cut out the monthly titles with my Cricut. So I cut the actual font itself on sticker paper, and then I cut an offset of that on the colored paper, and then I put the stickers on top of the colored paper. So that is how I do all of those titles. If you want some more information, I think I have a video on my Instagram where I kind of go into a little bit more detail about how I use my Cricut for that. And that was actually sponsored by Cricut, so it was really nice of them to help me showcase those types of designs. So that was my calendar, where I am substituting my weeklies for my monthly calendar. And now we are getting into a second calendar, and that is my exercise log. So I have been loving this exercise log. And it's funny because I've used the exercise log differently every single month so far. So in January, I put a lot of the details into the actual calendar. In February, I really just put what my end of day was and like the type of activity that I did. So if you have an Apple Watch, you probably know the activity circles. I would just put what the activity was in that day, and my finals for the activity circles. And then I would put all of the details for my exercise over in the secondary area where I have a little bit more space. But this month I went back to putting the exercise details, and then this time I actually put the activity information onto that space that I've set out to the left. And you can see I've done a similar setup here where the space off to the left is where I'm going to put some details down. So I'm not sure how I will use it going forward, but that is something that I have changed every month. So we'll see what is tickling my fancy this particular month. On here, you can see me doing one of the more timely types of washi tape things, and that's making a washi tape banner. This used to be so popular in the planner community. I can't even tell you. Not necessarily with the bullet journal community, but with the pre-printed planner community, those, you know, the Erin girlies and everything like that. They did a lot of these washi tape banners across their weekly page or their weekend boxes when they had a vertical. So not quite as much as I did here, but yes, it used to be very popular. So I decided to bring that back a little bit, kind of an homage to older school planning. And by older school, I mean, what, probably 8 years ago now, maybe 9, when this was becoming really popular. I honestly can't. Time is a difficult construct anymore. So this is where I pen in the area off to the left for detailing my exercises. Again, I'm not sure. I have done my exercise log different every single time. So I guess you will see when I do my May setup how things went for April. And you can kind of scroll back into March to see how I used it this particular month. Moving on, we have my master task list. This is the same every single month. So I have my master task list off to the left, my projects off to the right. You can see in my March that I have not really actually gotten to my projects list. I haven't been working on a project so much, so that's probably why my projects list is kind of bare. I do have a project that I kind of have to detail out the steps coming up soon, so I am sure I will utilize that space. But over to the left is a space for work, a space for home, and then I have a monthly favorite section. And if you go back to my Instagram, you can see how my monthly favorites have turned out in previous months. And finally, we have my habit tracker and my reading tracker. My habit tracker has been going okay for the last few months. I haven't been doing super great at it. In fact, I think it's just kind of time to change up what I'm tracking. I do really like tracking my workouts, my cardio, taking my medication, things like that. I do like having a space to track those things, but it's not like invigorating my soul right now. I'm fairly consistent at workouts, so I don't get like that adrenaline rush when I fill in my planner because I am doing fairly well at maintaining my workouts, at including cardio in my workouts and things like that. So I'm doing a good job, so it's kind of boring to fill those out. Anyways, here's my final flip through of how April is going. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you leave some green emojis in the comments and let me know your favorite thing coming up in April. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.